Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Mark from Sound Matters and I've got an interesting take on the traditional 45 adapter to show you today. I've been sent these by Reggae Roast, who are a reggae sound system and record label based here in the UK. And they're an interesting take because they're not just designed to plug that extra large centre hole that you get with those RCA style stroke jukebox 7-inch singles, but it's also doubling up as a stabiliser weight for said record. So let's find out what this is all about and get straight into the video. Essentially, Reggae Roast are one of the UK's leading reggae, dancehall and jungle sound system crews. They've managed to combine their label, their events and their sound system to forge a really strong reputation as part of the resurgence of the UK dub scene. You can buy the vinyl and CD releases of their label over at their website, but they also sell some really cool accessories and audio equipment, which includes these adapters. These 45 adapters pay tribute to one of the most iconic reggae labels of all time, Trojan Records, of course. They're made of either solid brass or aluminium and are designed to double up as both a 45 adapter and also a record weight. It's a fairly lightweight though, coming in at just over 4 ounces. There is a rubber band that goes around the circumference of the adapter, which does seem to help stabilise and dampen those 7-inch singles with the larger spindle hole. While this does add more stabilisation than a traditional 45 puck, it does make getting the record on the platter a bit more fiddly, as you can't simply place the record over the puck. If you're using a felt slip mat, then this isn't so much of an issue, as you can move the record around more safely while positioning the adapter on top. On my sound damp steel platter mat, this does feel a little bit precarious, to be perfectly honest with you, as I don't like sliding the record around on the hard surface until the puck lines up. As a record weight, it doesn't add quite the same amount of stabilisation as a full-size record weight, like my 14-ounce Groove Washer model, for example, but then again, you can't really use a full-size record weight with 7-inch singles. The reason for this is there's a risk that the head shell will scrape against the record weight once you reach the end of a side. It often actually comes dangerously close to the run-out groove and sometimes they can collide. However, if you play a lot of 7-inch singles, these are a great option that can add a small amount of weight for added playback stability and vibration damping. The brass finish, I think, is really cool, and I love the presentation in the wooden case. They come as a set of 2, as they're ideal for DJs who want to stabilise a pair of decks spinning 7-inch singles. So to conclude, while these are clearly more directly aimed at DJs, they do offer an interesting alternative to the plain old 45 adapters that we're used to, and they certainly look cooler. And lastly, it's worth noting that if the rubber band annoys you and you simply want to use these as regular 45 adapters, you can slide the band off, which immediately removes the slightly irritating issue of not being able to place the record directly over the puck. So that's it for today, but you can check out the product for yourself at the link in the description of this video. You can also support this channel further, of course, as always, using the discount codes that are also in the description of this video. You get money off vinyl gear from my partners and sponsors at no extra cost to you. I get a very small commission and I appreciate your support. You can also support me further on Patreon for exclusive content only to Patreon members every single month. If you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing. I would love to have you on board, but until that next video, keep spinning, keep enjoying the music, guys, and I will see you then.